Behind every dream that never took off is someone still editing, still fixing, still waiting for perfect. Most people aren't failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they are trying to be perfect. I get it. We're all in this together. Hello, and welcome to my channel, Success Legacy with Boma. I teach financial wellness and wealth protection strategies, and I help individuals and small business owners with tools to feel confident and empowered to grow, protect, and preserve their wealth. I'm passionate about learning and teaching practical money principles that stem from an abundance mindset, because I strongly believe we have the power to create and build a solid financial house for today and the future. I've had the privilege of helping hundreds of people see their finances from new perspectives and take meaningful steps towards long-term financial stability and generational wealth. In this channel, we're going to be discussing financial principles, concepts, and mindset that will help us live limitlessly. My intention is to share my experiences and knowledge from helping people and practical methods on how to apply this knowledge. Most of everything I'm going to share will be based on what has worked for me and the people that I have worked with. Now, if you have different ideas and perspectives, please share in the comments, because I'm always willing to learn and grow. My father always used to say, we stop learning the day we die. So no matter what we know, there's always something new to learn, and there's always another perspective. My hope is to build an environment of learning and growth that will create multiple light bulb moments in the people hearing these messages. If I can teach something that will teach someone to see a different perspective in order to move forward and live life limitlessly, that will be an amazing legacy. And I am you, and you are me, and together we can grow limitlessly. However, in this video, I'm addressing perfectionism. Have you ever had a dream, goal, vision that you buried, never developed, or even think about? As individuals, we often engage in analysis paralysis. We analyze until we become crippled by objections, obstacles, and problems we see. We get so frozen from our analysis that we never take action. As Brian Tracy said, we take a trip to someday I'll do it someday. I'll get to it. And the seconds becomes minutes, the minutes becomes hours, the hours become days, and the days become years. And while we cruise on someday I see you and I hear you, because I'm also speaking to myself as well. We all have apartments on someday Jim Rohn once said, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? In other words, if failure was not an option, what would you be doing right now? I recently attended a conference where I was privileged to be in the audience with Nika Maples, who was the presenter, and she said something so profound. She said, and I quote, I could not tolerate being bad at something long enough to enjoy being good at it. That hit home. You know why it did? I felt like someone conspired with her to throw stones at me. I'm sure other people felt that way too. How many of us dislike not being good at something? I believe a lot of us do. You know, we plan for years to do something, but we never take action. We say things like, I'm not good enough. I don't think I can do it. What would people say? I don't know if I like that thing that I want to do. It probably is not going to work anyway. What's the point in trying? You know, so we look at things that has happened with other people, so we focus on the negatives rather than think on the positives. How about we start thinking, how is this going to feel if it really does happen? How is it going to be like if I get to be X, if I get to be Y, if I get to be Z? What is my life going to look like if I take the time, take the effort, and actually begin to live the life of my dreams, begin to do the things that I love to do, the things that I say that I want to do? You remember that little child in you when you were little? You had all this vision, you had all these dreams, you had all these goals. You even discussed the things that you want to be, the things you want to achieve. What happened? Where's that child? Where's that little child in you? Life happened, right? Yes, it did. But actually, you don't have to bury all that. Because guess what? Those dreams, those goals that were given to you, there was a reason that it was given to you. You don't own those dreams. You don't own those goals. God gave them to you to actually bring into action. So what's holding you back? What is the one thing that you keep telling yourself that is holding you back? What can you do differently? What can you change today? What is an imperfect step that you can take today that will actually get you uncrippled from that perfectionism that you've been telling yourself, trying to convince yourself why you shouldn't take action? I'm going to share a story with you. I had a former colleague. She had tons of experience teaching first aid. She was so good. She wanted to start a business as a first aid provider. So she built the proposal, the business plan, how she was going to go to market the business and grow it. She had mentioned she would start with her church family and from there grow her referral base within the community. We had this discussion in 2012. And then we moved departments. We didn't get to work together for some time. Then the next time I reconnected with her was in 2019. And I remember to ask her, how was the first aid business going? You know what she said? Can you guess what she said? She said, I presented the idea to my church leaders, but I've not followed up with them yet because I went back to school to get my PhD. Oh my goodness. She went on and said, I think having a PhD will be better for me to launch my business. I've been so busy trying to juggle the classes, my kids, my family, taking care of my mom and all of that. I was confused. 7 years had gone by, and at this time of this conversation, she had not taken the first step. And it got me thinking. I was really baffled. And then I asked her, so when is graduation date? And she said, I'll graduate in 2022 because she was taking the classes one at a time. Well, it's 2025 and she still has not started her first aid business. Now, let me ask you something. Do you think she's going to start? Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below. Let's analyze it. But don't get paralyzed trying to analyze why she didn't get started. Okay, so let's just analyze this and discuss, and let me hear what you think. As recently as this January, I had the idea of a masterclass. I'm bringing it home right now because now I'm about to talk about myself. Remember I said we're in this together, and this video is not just about my friend that I'm talking about. I'm also talking about myself, okay? Because I had this amazing idea to have a masterclass as recent as this January to help people with streamlining their finances. The same step that I have used that has worked for me and the hundreds of others that I've worked with. Do you know what I said? I said, what if nobody wants to be part of this? What if it's not perfect? Well, here's the truth. No one is perfect. Only God is perfect. Yes, we're created in His image and likeness, which means our true essence is perfect. But we're actually currently striving for excellence. We're not perfect. So what's the difference? That's a topic for another day. Stay tuned for that. So what am I saying? You want things done right, correct? That's what you want. You want it to look polished. You want it to look prepared. You want it to look professional, correct? I completely understand. Remember, I'm you and you and me as well. And we're doing this together. We're learning this together. Because this is November that I'm coming to you, and I still did not start the masterclass. But you know what I did differently? I took the step to actually do this video, to put myself accountable, not just for what I haven't done, but the things that I've promised myself that I'm going to do. And also the people that are watching this video, the things that they have promised themselves that they were going to do, but haven't done. Remember, perfection is not excellence. It is fear wearing a mask. The constant pursuit of perfect keeps us from moving. Because remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. We're never, and I underline the word never, going to learn until we take that first step. There are a lot of people, they want to see the end at the beginning. Imagine yourself going to a 4-year college, and when you get admitted in the college, you tell the college administration and the professors, what is it going to look like in my 4th year? What classes am I going to be taking in my 4th year? What is life going to be like in my 4th year? Hey, you did not even start lecture 101 yet. You want to know what's going to happen in lecture 404. How many of us are like that? Again, I repeat, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And we're never, and I underline never, going to learn anything until we take the very first step. Looking for perfect will keep people broke, stuck, second guessing their next move all the time. So I challenge you, let's start building. Let's start building momentum by stopping to chase perfect. So this is what I did. When I keep telling myself, I gotta be perfect, I gotta be perfect, I wanna be perfect. So I decided to go to the one that is perfect. I turned to God. Yep, I did turn to God. And here are the first steps I took that got me unstuck. Step 1, I became aware. Awareness. In 2 Timothy chapter 7, for God had not given us the spirit of fear, but the power and love and a sound mind. I realize that God has not given us the spirit of fear, which means I have a sound mind and I can take action. Step 2, make a decision. Decide on what is it that you want to do. And decision is not going to be overnight. You cannot turn things around overnight. But I have made the decision to stop chasing perfect, but continue to strive for excellence. Step 3, have faith and believe. I'll say it again, have faith and believe. Believe in yourself. Believe that you're going to do this. Theodore Roosevelt said, believe you can, and you're actually halfway there. One of my mentors, John Maxwell, says, you can be successful if others don't believe in you, but you can never be successful if you don't believe in yourself. Think about it. You cannot be successful if you don't believe in yourself. So Philippians chapter 4 verse 13 states, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This is one of the verses that I still use when things get really tough. I'm second guessing myself. I'm trying to look for perfect. I'm analyzing, overanalyzing, going into the circles of analysis, paralysis. I say, remember, the word says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And the Bible repeats it again in Mark 9:23. If thou can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. So believe. Believe. And finally, step 4, take action. Move. Actually take action, okay? imperfect action. Baby steps. If I take one step every day, I will eventually cover the 1,000 miles. So say this to yourself. If I take one step every day, I will eventually cover the 1,000 miles. Deuteronomy 28 verse 8 says, "The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land He is giving you." And Psalm 90 verse 17 reads, "May the favor of the Lord our God rest in us. Establish the works of our hands for us." Yes, establish the works of our hands. In other words, God is saying that He will bless the works of our hands. But how can He bless the works of our hands if we have no work in the first place? Which work is He blessing? So remember, do not let yourself be crippled by perfectionism. You have the power to create and build anything you put your mind to. Now, if this video has stirred anything inside of you, if you have felt any type of connection to this video, then be a part of our journey, our growth journey. Let's connect. Let's stay tuned for more. Let's learn. Let's grow together. Until the next time, I want to encourage you to stay tuned, live limitlessly, and thrive. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Remember, live limitless and thrive.